Hello everyone. So in this video I want to talk about video editors, and I want to start by giving you some background. Now the very first video editor that I used for doing something proper was basically Camtasia. Camtasia is not really a video editor, it is basically a tool to record your desktop, and you can of course then use the recording to do something more with it. You can also edit it, and it is great. And I used it, I believe, to create some videos, tutorials. That was a long time back, and then I moved to Premiere Pro, Premiere Pro, and I used that to create videos for my clients. So when I was in Delhi, I was running this company called Sparksys, which I'm still running, by the way, and I used to provide graphic designing services, and I used to create banners and logos for my clients, and some of my clients also asked me to create some videos. So I thought, okay, why not? I can do that. It can't be that hard. I've done something, so let me just do it, because they were paying me. So I used Premiere Pro for that, and it is actually quite good because it has a lot of features. And when you start using it, you will of course enjoy a lot of those wonderful aspects of Premiere Pro. Then I moved on to iMovie. So I purchased iMac for a client of mine. I mean, not really for a client, but a client of mine asked me to create an app for iPhone, iOS, and I had to purchase iMac. And with iMac, you get, of course, iMovie installed. And to be honest, iMovie is really good. It is super fast, and I think it has been talking about the experience or the speed with which it can render. I think iMovie is probably one of the best, based on, of course, my experience. Then, for a long time, I didn't really do any video editing, and it was, I believe, in 2018 when I started using Camtasia again, because I was working on creating some video courses for my publisher, and then I also started using iMovie again because I got one MacBook Pro from my for a company from the company where I was working, and then I used that Mac for, of course, doing a lot of edits. Like the initial videos on this channel, or not only this channel but my other channel, Ravi Sagar, I used uh, iMovie. I also used, in fact, I spent a lot of time on Hit Film Express. I used iMovie for creating 4K videos, and the videos that you create from action camera, and it is really good. iMovie, because it can import the videos very quickly, and while you're editing the video, it is super fast, and the rendering was, of course, really good. Then I tried using Kdenlive, and Kdenlive is good, but of course Kdenlive is a bit, or it used to be a bit unreliable. While you're doing your edits, it would suddenly crash. So I have this habit of saving it from time to time, like when I'm doing my edits. And for the last, I think, 3 years, I have been using mainly FFmpeg. So FFmpeg is not really it is not really a tool to edit. It is a converter, but I don't really have time to make proper, well edited videos. And of course, most of the videos that I make on my channels, they are not really edited at all. So I just record myself and I upload it straight away. That is it. And I think it works really well for me. And I think it is also uh, good for me because I save time, and I also have this workflow that works really well for me, because I don't really want to spend time first preparing for the videos and recording a video, and then of course editing it, because I'm a consultant. I work with my clients, and that is how or that is where I spend most of my time. Or I'm maybe writing code or scripts, or maybe developing apps. So I don't really have a lot of time, but now this year I have decided to go back to editing, and I have decided to uh, spend some time making these videos a bit more proper. It might not be on this channel, or maybe those videos will probably come on this channel or my other channel, but the point is that I am now going to make some videos, if not all, a bit more polished, a bit more organized, and I think it will help my audience. But at the same time, I am also building my courses, so I have to go back to editing. And I just wanted to give you my experience of Kdenlive. So I will be using Kdenlive for this video editing. And I have used, I think if I look at my experience editing videos, I think I spent a lot of time on HitFilm Express, and I think I've done a lot of things. When it comes to video editing, I don't really do extreme things with my videos. I keep it simple. I basically, do simple cuts, and I try to basically do things using shortcuts. And I do have like some experience doing some basic animations using HitFilm Express. But I think Kdenlive, because I've started using it a bit more properly now after a few years, I think it has those capabilities. Of course, I'm not really trying to compare, but for my needs, I think Kdenlive can do basic edits perfectly fine. And I'm now using this ThinkPad T14, which is powerful enough for HD videos. It is perfect, like smooth. For 4K videos, I need to play with it. It works fine, but when you're doing editing on 4K videos, it is always good to have proxies. And to be honest, even for HD videos, I use proxies because it is the experience is super smooth. And the rendering is really good on this T14. Of course, I have this X220, which is, of course, forget about 4K. For HD videos, with proxy it works, but again, it is not really massively great. The rendering was the main problem for rendering few minutes of videos, because if you're not really able to render quickly, then it's a problem. And Kdenlive on my channel, I'm sure you have seen those videos. I will be making more videos on Kdenlive because I want to share whatever I'm doing with Kdenlive. Kdenlive is, of course, open source, and HitFilm Express, although it is free, but it is not open source, and it doesn't really work on Linux. Recently I made videos on how to create animated banners, or how to create some intros, for example. And I think for majority of people, this is all they need to do, because if you have time to edit videos, then of course you can make videos wonderful. You can make them a bit more precise. On my channel, because I make these YouTube videos in my free time, and I only have, like, to be honest, I do a lot of things in my free time, but making videos and spending time on editing them is not really my priority, and that is why I try to just keep it raw. And I think if there's a need to go back to editing for me, I would of course go back to Kdenlive, and I spend more time on it, learning it, because I think it is open source, and I think many people would want to use Kdenlive, and of course we should encourage open source softwares. So do expect more videos on Kdenlive on this channel, and yes, that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about and share with all of you in this video. And yeah, I will be editing this video because I'm recording it using a mic, and I'm using the mobile app. So I will actually edit it. And yes, I do use mobile video apps sometimes, not always. So I use an app called VLLO. I use that app because it can render 4K. And I used to use a Vlogit app as well, but Vlogit can't really render, the free version. But I tried searching for, like, I'm not really sure if there is a free open source version of any video editing app on Android. I'm sure there is. Maybe I'll find it. But sometimes I do prefer, just uploading a video straight away from my mobile. But sometimes if I have to do some basic edits, or if I have to combine few clips together, I use VLLO, which is, of course, not really open source, I guess. It is, although it is free, but it works. So I thought I'll just share it. So on this video started with an intro, and this video will end with an intro that I created using Kdenlive. All right, and by the way, those videos that I make, like intros and outros and every important file, I of course have it on all my devices. I sync them using SyncThing. So I have that intro and outro on my mobile as well. All right, that is it. Bye bye.